So, hello everybody. Today I'm joined by Lola. Lola, thank you for taking some time today to speak with me. Do you want to do a quick intro of who you are and what exactly it is that you do?
Yeah, my name's Lola Phillips. I'm a registered osteopath in the UK, and I help active women release persistent back pain so that they can reclaim their joy.
Cool. Thanks for joining, Lola. It's been a pleasure working with you. So, to give everyone a bit of context, we've been working at the 6 month mark now. So, yeah, just thought I'd get Lola on, get her to share her journey and her progress. So, I guess, Lola, do you want to kick us off and let us know, like, when we first started working together, it was in April now. What was like the primary frustration for you that you wanted help with?
Yeah, my primary frustration was just trying to understand what to do with social media. I didn't know which platform I should be focusing on. I didn't know what I should be posting. Um, I was very uncomfortable with the fact I'd be putting so much effort into posting and feeling like I was getting nothing back, craving all the likes and all that sort of stuff. Um, and then obviously the big thing was like, how do I attract new people into what I do? Um, yeah, so that's kind of where I was in the beginning.
Okay. And at that time, like, what was your feeling about lead generation, booking calls, sales? Like, what was your general feeling around that?
Yeah, I guess I felt, well, on one hand, I've got like a database community, if we can put it that way, from being in practice as an osteopath. So that made lots of sense to me, but I was aware that not all of them will want to buy what I'm doing. So then I'm like, okay, well, how do I let other people know what I'm doing and also establish credibility at the moment? Because there's a lot of noise on the internet, and especially when it comes to healthcare. And one of the most things I wanted to do is to generate leads, but do it in a really credible way. So yeah, I had no clue as to how I was going to do that, and that's where I needed some help.
Yeah. And I feel like you've covered it, but just to double check, have you tried anything else in terms of like lead generation and booking calls, or was it more just sort of posting content and things like that?
Yes, so I have been using like a masterclass type model. So posting out about masterclass that I run once a month and then getting people to join. But of course, the most of the people joining are already on my database, which is great. So I guess the question mark was, how am I going to attract new people in? And I had tried, using social media, but not very
Mm.
successful getting people in from social media to attend the masterclass. And then also tried Eventbrite because I was told it's a
Okay.
search engine. So put it on
Yeah.
there. But yeah, very small picking. Well, not a lot of people kind of taking the bait from Eventbrite. And then also they don't show up. I've had very few
Mm.
people that registered from Eventbrite show up to a masterclass. So yeah, something wasn't connecting there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And so when we first met in April and we had that first call, like what made you want to go ahead and take the decision to work together?
Yeah, so what I liked is that I guess on one, I didn't want to do social media. I've got no interest in it, but I knew somewhere in my psyche I needed to do it. I needed to find a way.
Yeah.
So I just really liked what you had to say. It made sense. It made sense that I have a few posts, very intentional posts that set me up for success, right? So
Mm.
knowing what those posts needed to be kind of just focused my mind. I'm like, okay, I can do that, I can do that, and I can do that and then keep adding to it with things that are aimed at a problem that you know that your ideal clients have. And I, okay, I can do that and I can do that. So it just meant, so for me, when I think about return on investment, I'm thinking mainly about my time. I need to make a really good return on investment when it comes to my time.
Yeah.
So that said to me, okay, with potentially 7 posts, I think I had at the time before I ran the ad, um, that would be enough, as opposed to
Yeah.
what I've been told previously, which is you got to be posting every day, and if you can't think of the content, run it through ChatGPT, and then just post whatever. And it's like, no, I can't do that. That will just send me crazy.
Yeah. Cool. And so like now that we're at the 6 month mark, are you happy to share sort of some of the results you've achieved over our time working together and some of the progress that you've made as well?
Yeah. So I would say um I'll start off with the follows.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I managed to get 600 people follow me within 30 days on 7 posts,
Nice.
right? So for me, that is huge because I know people who are posting every day and nobody's following them, right? So
Yeah.
following followers is a metric, then I'm like, okay, that's incredibly efficient use of my time. So
Mm.
that's really good. And because I have this masterclass cycle going on, I've now got other ways of engaging. So you've taught me one way of engaging through the DMs, but now I've got another reason to reach out to people and say, hey, come and join me on this masterclass if you're interested. And that has worked really well. So yes, so I see my role here as nurturing these leads
Yeah.
and again getting a better return on my time investment in this whole project. And then in terms of sales, well, I'm very new to your community. So I'm really pleased to say that I've mainly been selling my program to people who are relatively warm leads. They've come via my clinic. So I'm really pleased to say that within, let's say, 3 weeks of running the ad, I've had several sales calls, and one of those has turned into somebody that I'm now working with. And I see that momentum. I feel that that's good momentum for me. So,
Nice. Cool. Amazing. Well done. I guess for context for the audience, follows for us in terms of what we're doing are leads and people that have the problem that we're solving. So for Lola, it's all she's got now 600 people that she can work and nurture on who are people that have got back pain and need help with it, which is really amazing. So that's really good. And like you said, it's nice to see that you're filling up your masterclass with them and it's progressing in that way as well. So no, that's amazing. And so the time's gone super quick. Like it's crazy to think how fast those 6 months have gone. But for me, I've really enjoyed working with you. It's been a really cool like niche that you've got as well. It's different. I always enjoy working in different niches, which is fun.
yeah.
And you've been a pleasure to work with. You've been really
Oh,
easy. You
thank
followed the
you.
process. And so for you, what's been your favorite part about working together?
Yeah. So I love that there's an opportunity to sort of join in with a community on a Friday. That's
Hmm.
really nice. You get the sense that you're not alone, that your struggles are not just your struggles, and you get to celebrate other people's wins, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
The virtual community, which I guess is the same community, is really lovely as well. Because it's nice to post something in there and people look at it and say, yeah, that's good or whatever. Uh, y- um, I and obviously working with you, Alexi, you are very very generous with your talents. So that has been, yeah, that has just made it just so easy to, yeah, it helps make one feel safe, and that's a big thing for me because that's what my product is about. It's about making people feel safe, and even though I don't understand all the things, you make it very understandable, very accessible, And I love it when you yeah, you're kind, but you also tell me like, Lola, that's no good. If that's you'll just tell me and I'm like, okay, okay, that saved me some time. So you're not mincing your words. You'll just tell me if something's not going to fly. You'll just say, look, and that's good because it's good to know that you stand, what you stand for, and you're consistent with what you stand for. And as long as I'm consistent alongside that, then the results will flow.
Oh, cool. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And I guess second to last question here, which I think the people watching will find quite interesting, is you may not have, but at the start when we first met in April, did you have any hesitations about coming on board or joining?
Um, Let me see. I would say I probably wasn't as resistant as let's say if I'd met you a year before I did, I probably would have been very resistant. But I think I just found you at the right time.
Mm,
Right. So I guess the only thing, yeah, if there was a resistance, I mean, I talk about time a lot. I was just like, right, where am I going to fit? I know I need to do this, but where am I going to fit it into my schedule? Um, and you just made that really easy for me to do. You kind of took the pressure off me a little bit by making a suggestion as to how I might layer it into the many things that I had going on at the same time. So that kind of took away the hesitation. It said, okay, well, I can start in a small way and I can just keep building and building and building until we're ready to press live on the ad. And then, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Cool. No, thank you. I appreciate that breaking that down. And last question for you, Lola. Who would you recommend us to and why?
Yes. So, yeah, I would recommend this to anybody who is committed. I would recommend this to anybody who is committed to launching a online business. No brainer. So, and luckily, I have a whole community of people who are launching online businesses. So I'm always talking about you. And yeah, and I would say, the big word there is committed.
Yeah.
Are you committed? Because um, yeah, it's a chunk of work.
Yeah.
But it's work that makes sense to do. And you just got to get on and do it. Just got to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No,
And
spot
yeah,
on. I think there's people always talk about how stuff's like there's barely any work and you haven't got to do anything. It's super easy, but to get things rolling, there is some work put in, and I think
yeah,
especially when you're starting or wherever you're at, really, like you're running an online business, your focus should be the sales part and getting the leads and converting them. So no, I appreciate that. So Lola, thank you so much for taking some time today. Like I said, it's been a genuine pleasure working with you. I'm looking forward to our time going forward as well. So for anybody watching, if you want to see a little bit about that process and how it works, I'll put a link below that you can visit and check out. But again, Lola, thank you so much.
pleasure.